Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk horsepower, hidden gems, and all things automotive. If you're into cars that look like grandma's grocery getter but move like a demon on the highway, then you're gonna love today's video. We're diving into something that's turning a lot of heads in 2025, the return of the Chevy Nova, and more specifically, a version that's got gearheads buzzing, the Sleeper build. Now, for those not familiar with the term, a sleeper is a car that looks ordinary or even underwhelming on the outside, but under the hood, it's packing some serious performance. And in 2025, Chevy has, whether intentionally or by accident, built the perfect platform for this kind of stealthy street machine. So let's talk about the new Chevy Nova. Yes, after decades in the shadows, Chevrolet has brought the Nova nameplate back. But don't expect the classic muscle car shape. The 2025 Nova is being marketed as a compact, modern, and fuel-efficient car, something that blends in with the current wave of efficient sedans and hatchbacks. To the average driver, it's just another commuter. But for the enthusiast crowd, it's a golden opportunity. Right out of the factory, the base Nova comes with a turbocharged 2.0L inline-4 engine, putting out around 250 horsepower. It's quick enough for daily driving and light on the wallet. But here's where it gets interesting. Chevy also released a performance trim with a 3.0L twin-turbo V6 option. Quiet, refined, and underrated at 400 horsepower. That's where the sleeper conversation starts. The chassis on the Nova is light, stiff, and surprisingly well balanced. It uses a modified version of the Alpha platform, the same architecture that underpinned the Cadillac ATS and the Camaro. That means rear-wheel drive potential, excellent handling, and a structure that can handle a lot more power than most would expect from a car in this segment. But here's the real kicker. The aftermarket community is already going wild with sleeper builds. Tuners are pulling out the V6 engines, slapping on bigger turbos, upgraded injectors, and retuned ECUs. With some moderate upgrades, people are pushing these cars past 600 horsepower while keeping stock body panels, quiet exhausts, and even factory wheels. You pull up next to one of these at a stoplight thinking it's just another compact sedan, until it leaves you in a cloud of dust. There are even a few shops dropping LS engines into the Nova. Yeah, that classic small block V8 that Chevy fans worship. And thanks to the Nova's adaptable engine bay and RWD configuration, the swap isn't as difficult as you might think. A cammed LS3 in a 2025 Nova. That's a certified street killer. Now, let's talk design. The 2025 Nova has a clean, unassuming look. No aggressive splitters, no massive spoilers, and no flared fenders, at least not from the factory. That's what makes it the perfect sleeper. The exterior says economy, but the performance says domination. And that's exactly why people are falling in love with this car. Inside, Chevy kept things minimalist but comfortable. No luxury frills, but all the tech you'd expect. Digital gauge cluster, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and decent sound insulation. Again, nothing that screams race car, which is just what sleeper fans want. It's a daily driver, until it's not. Pricing starts in the low $30,000 range for the base model and climbs into the low $40 kiloseconds for the performance trim. But even with the V6 option, you're still looking at a serious value. Compared to some of the high-end performance sedans or even muscle cars, the Nova comes in at a fraction of the price, and with the right mods, it's just as fast, if not faster. So, why is the 2025 Chevy Nova Sleeper such a big deal? It's the perfect storm. A low-profile, affordable car with real performance potential, a strong platform, and a wide-open door for modifications. It's the kind of car that brings back the golden era of street sleepers, where what mattered wasn't what your car looked like, it was what it could do when the light turned green. And let's be real, in a world full of flashy sports cars and high-end exotics, there's something deeply satisfying about taking a win in a car that nobody saw coming. That's it for today's breakdown of the 2025 Chevy Nova Sleeper. What do you think? Is this the return of the Sleeper King? Would you build one? Or do you think Chevy should have stuck closer to the old school Nova roots? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more builds, breakdowns, and underrated beasts from across the car world. This channel is all about finding performance in the most unexpected places, and we've got a ton more coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Drive fast, stay safe, and keep it sleeper.